Welcome to our HTH manufacturing site, one of Africa's largest producers of industrial, swimming pool and food industry chemicals. Solenis is situated in Johannesburg on the NCP site in the heart of Kempton Park's industrial area, Kluorkop. We employ around 280 people nationally and our products are used globally ranging from specialty ingredients to pharma and biotech products. Solenis is very concerned about your safety, so before you enter our operations area, we would like to make sure that you know and understand our safety precautions. Solenis is divided into 6 divisions. The Recreational Water Division, ICM, Industrial, Commercial and Municipal, the HTH Manufacturing Plant, 236 Element, Calcium Hypochlorite Small Packs, and the Acid Filling Plant. The Recreational Water Division. Fast-moving consumer goods, otherwise known as retail, account for the largest portion of the Solenis SA business. This division services recreational pool consumers through the country's major retailer network. The Solenis HTH and Pace branded products are sold in over 3,000 outlets through major chains such as Pick and Pay, ShopRite, Checkers, Massmart and Spar. Solenis is the leading supplier of quality pool products to this market. ICM, Industrial, Commercial and Municipal. The ICM division, formed in 2005, delivers on-site innovative water sanitizing solutions. The industries we serve include industrial, commercial, municipal and food and beverage industries. Within these industries, typical applications include industrial cooling towers, municipal drinking water, wastewater treatment, food processing industries and commercial swimming pools. As we continue to innovate, one thing will never change: our focus on our customers, service and superior products. The HTH manufacturing plant can produce up to 17,300 tons of calcium hypochlorite per year. As an employee, contractor or visitor about to enter a Solenis facility, it is important that you understand critical information about calcium hypochlorite and other products found in these facilities. These products are hazardous and can be extremely dangerous. They can cause severe injury, environmental harm, equipment damage or production loss if you don't follow the correct safety procedures and precautions. To start with, you need to know which products are hazardous, so that in the event of a fire or an incident, you can act accordingly. There are 4 main hazardous chemicals found at Solenis's HTH manufacturing site: chlorine, caustic, lime and calcium hypochlorite. Chlorine is the greenish-yellow gas or liquid which is used to make HTH. If it escapes into the air during a fire or through equipment failure, chlorine can react with other chemicals or flammable material. Caustic is a colorless slippery liquid used to make HTH. It has no smell but can be very irritating and corrosive to your skin. Lime is a white powder which you cannot smell but which can react with acids. Lime is used to make HTH. Calcium hypochlorite or HTH is the most hazardous product on site. It comes in white granules, white chips and white tablets. HTH reacts violently with flammable items and other chemicals. Chlorine, caustic, lime and HTH must be treated with extreme caution. Exposure to these products can cause headaches, coughing, difficult breathing and chest and lung irritation. Eye damage, internal burns, and skin burns can also be caused. Now that you know the 4 potentially hazardous products, it is important that you know what to do to avoid being exposed to any of them. Firstly, remember that prevention is always better than cure. At Solenis, we care about your safety. As a visitor, when you arrive at the main security office, you will be given an escape respirator, safety splash goggles, a hard hat, and a long-sleeved coat. If needed, a full face mask, hearing protection and safety boots will be supplied to you to enter the main manufacturing plant or a high-visibility vest to enter the warehouse or packaging areas. If you are a contractor, all PPE required will be issued by your Solenis responsible person. It is essential that you keep your escape respirator with you at all times in the event of an emergency. Your safety equipment must always be clean and in good working order. At Solenis, we insist that all supervisors and contractors inspect the equipment of his or her subordinates on a regular basis to ensure that it is clean and functioning properly. (236) Element. This is the prime site for packing non-calcium hypochlorite or Cal-Hypo products. These products consist of three main groupings: stabilized chlorine cyanurates and tablet pressing, flocculants, and pH adjusters, of which there are about 7 variants. The stabilized chlorine is extremely reactive and is classified as a 5.1 oxidizer. It is therefore manufactured, packed, and stored away from calcium hypochlorite. This site produces around 10,000 swimming pool floaters a day and about 5 liters of biocide products a day. These products are packed in about 12 different sales key units or SKUs. Calcium hypochlorite small packs. This area is attached to the main plant facility and concentrates exclusively on packing Cal-Hypo-based products into small SKUs, ranging from 600 grams to 2.2 kilograms. It processes around 5 tons a day spread across 19 SKUs. As it is an integral part of the plant, the environment, health and safety requirements for this area are exactly the same as the manufacturing plants. Acid filling plant. This is an area designated for the packing of inorganic acid for the control of pH and scaling in recreational and industrial water treatment. This site handles in the region of 10,000 liters a day in SKUs of 3 liters, 5 liters, and 1 kiloliter. The acid is extremely corrosive with a classification of 8, and all visitors and workers to this site require full protective clothing. Most acid-based products are extremely reactive with Cal-Hypo products, and therefore this packing area is away from both chlorine-producing facilities. Right, so now you know the products found at Solenis and you have your safety equipment. You are ready to proceed to the plant. Wrong, you are still not permitted to work in the plant until you have completed the EH&S orientation training program and you have a valid work permit. The contracting supervisor will accept a clearance certificate if they are an authorized permit acceptor. If they are not, then the Solenis supervisor who is responsible for the contract will accept the clearance on behalf of the contracting supervisor. Solenis strives to create the safest possible environment for its employees, contractors, and customers. It is committed to maintaining the safety and health standards it has implemented in line with the Occupational Health and Safety Act. Failure to comply to the set-out health and safety procedures may result in some injuries. That's why it is critical that everyone on site knows the potential hazards that they face and that they know what to do in the event of an incident. By knowing what products are hazardous and by following basic safety rules, you greatly reduce the risk of an incident. Treating an accident victim. For eye injuries, hold the eyelid open and flush the contaminated eye with water for at least 15 minutes. Get medical attention as soon as possible. For injury due to inhalation, make sure the injured person gets fresh air. Do not induce vomiting. Get medical attention as soon as possible. For skin injuries, remove any contaminated clothing and immediately rinse the affected area with water for at least 15 minutes. Report all injuries to the medical station and the EH&S manager as soon as possible. This is done so that an investigation into the incident can be carried out to make sure that corrective action is taken and to prevent a similar occurrence. Firefighting. As some of Solenis's products are flammable, it is important for you to know what to do in the event of a fire. Fire extinguishers must only be used in emergencies. If you use an extinguisher or just break the seal of one, you must report the incident to the permit issuer responsible for that area, as well as to the EH&S manager. Most fires can be extinguished using fire extinguishers, but large HTH fires cannot be put out this way. Extinguish a small HTH fire by using a CO2 or dry powder extinguisher. A large HTH fire can be extinguished by flooding the burning product with water. In bigger HTH fires, the only way to contain the fire is to separate the burning product from the unaffected product. Sealed HTH drums found near a fire must either be removed or kept cool by spraying them with water. Excessive heat can cause the drums to explode. To avoid any such fires, it is also important for you to know which products are compatible with calcium hypochlorite and which products aren't. Therefore, we will now go over the safe storage and warehousing of pool chemicals. The Class 5.1 oxidizing substances contained in pool chemicals are predominantly calcium hypochlorite and trichloroisocyanuric acid. These substances are incompatible with all other dangerous goods as well as with each other. It is also important to acknowledge that the packing and warehousing of hydrochloric acid forms an integral part of the operations on site. Hydrochloric acid is a Class 8 corrosive and should be kept 1 meter from all oxidizing chemicals. Oxidizing chemicals should also be kept separate from other dangerous goods as follows: 3 meters from aerosol cans and flammable gases. 5 meters from flammable liquids. 1 meter from flammable solids. 3 meters from combustible toxic materials. 3 meters from miscellaneous combustible dangerous goods. 1 meter between incompatible oxidizers Cal-Hypo and TCIA. Where physical separation is not possible, physical barriers may be used. These separation distances are the minimum safety distances that must be maintained between the classes of dangerous goods. Always remember that no liquids may be stored directly above oxidizers. In the event of an emergency, procedures at Sol Ennis are in place to ensure that if chlorine, flammable or other gas is released, or if a fire or bomb threat occurs, then specific events must take place to minimize casualties and damage to property. All emergencies will be signaled by an alarm. Listen carefully to the type of alarm because this will tell you what type of action you must take. Internal gas release or major incident. Allowed on offering for 2 minutes. If you're working in an operations area, use your full face or escape respirator, check the direction of the windsock and follow the floor marshal to the most appropriate assembly point. If you are inside a building or lab, stay where you are, switch off all air conditioners, follow the instructions of the floor marshal and proceed to the safe room. For an emergency under control, a 2-minute continuous ring. Stay calm and stay where you are. If the emergency cannot be rectified, the evacuation alarm will sound. For emergencies cleared, the all-clear alarm will sound continuously for 30 seconds. This alarm is also tested on Fridays at 12 o'clock midday. Sol Ennis also has a wet end evacuation alarm situated in the manufacturing plant. This alarm is linked to certain process safety conditions. Should any deviation in a process condition occur, this alarm will sound and the plant entrance lights will turn from green to red. You should then evacuate this area until the process is under control and the entrance light has returned to green. Sol Ennis strives to protect the health and safety of all its employees, visitors, and contractors. But the Sol Ennis site can only be as safe as we make it. By following the regulations you have seen and heard and by making sure that you follow all the safety precautions, you will help us to maintain a healthy, safe, and pleasant environment. So keep your PPE with you at all times, make sure you have permission to work on site, know and understand the different products and how to react the event of an incident, and please be clever, be cautious, and together we will make Sol Ennis a safe place for everyone.